Hello, my name is Andy and I am the village idiot, a man with a car and a GoPro and an unhealthy amount of time on my hands. Would you look at that for a view? That is a view over part of the city of Wakefield, a very rural part indeed. And today's parish involves this rural landscape for a lot of it, but there are 3 settlements within this one. And I'm in the first one of those 3. There's going to be 2 main walk-arounds. A walk around this village and a walk around the next one, and then a lot of driving around the last one because it seems to be very spread out on the map. I've never been here before, so this is a bit of a journey of discovery. Welcome to the parish of Warmfield cum Heath. Well, one thing I've learned pretty quickly is that Warmfield is very hilly. In fact, this hill in front of me, look, it's a 10% gradient. The one good thing about that is though, if you stand on top of a hill, you're guaranteed to get a good view. Get a load of this. Isn't that amazing? Fantastic day this is. Croft Head Lane, where I'm walking now, has given me this amazing view over West Yorkshire and the Pennine Hills in the distance. Now I know the camera can't pick it up from this distance, but the view I've got here is actually really amazing. Okay, now we've come down that hill that we saw earlier, the 10% gradient, and into Kirkthorpe, which is much bigger than Warmfield. Let's have a walk around this. I'm pleased to report, by the way, that the parish notice board here is not about to fall off its hinges like the one we saw a few moments ago. The TBI card is right there in the centre of it. Let's go and explore this place. So Kirkthorpe does have a church, but it's a little drive out of the village. So we're going to walk back to where we began via Frieston Drive, and that will catch the community centre in a short while, and then we're going to drive that way towards the church. So the property behind me is clearly an old chapel of some kind of description. I'll try and find out what that is. I've come down here though for a different reason. You may notice that the Transpennine Trail is back on the channel again. Here it is. This is part of it that I'm stood on right now. And also down here, there's some kind of water feature. Now, I don't know whether or not I'm going to be able to get to this, but it looks like a lake on the map. I'll see if I can get through these gates. This might be private though, so not sure. So as you can probably tell, Heath is a lot different to Warmfield or to Kirkthorpe. It's full of old stone properties. It's got that old English feel about it. It feels like an old English village, and it's surrounded as well by a beautiful countryside. And on that note, I'm heading towards Heath Common, which is behind the camera right now. And the pub you can see there is the King's Arms, I believe it's called. Yes, the King's Arms. So now we're going to go and stand on Heath Common and have a look around. So as if the common itself wasn't enough, no matter where you look in this village, it's full of open green spaces everywhere. It's fantastic. Why have I never been here before? Answer me that, people. That's one for the locals. Heath locals, why haven't I been here before? Don't answer that, you don't need to. Okay, I'm going to head back through the village now and back past the pub. I'm going to get a better shot of that as I pass it. And I've noticed something else on the map, which is where I would like to finish this video. So without further ado, let's go and wrap this one up. Okay, to wrap this one up, I've literally channeled my inner Chris Rea and driven on the road to hell. This is Hell Lane, and it's appropriately named because the last thing I want to show you in this episode is this. These gates are where you'll find Yorkshire Scare Grounds. And that, I believe, is almost like a theatrical haunted house kind of thing. I'll do a little bit of research into it and I'll put it into the picture bit, which is coming up right now. Okay, that's just about going to do it for the parish of Warmfield, Heath, and I've driven about a quarter of a mile where I was on Hell Lane because I also noticed this. It's an old pub called the Paddock and it stands on the A655 and it's now a block of flats. It's got a rather nice view across Heath Common as well. There you have it. That'll do for this week, and next Sunday I strongly suggest watching the Wakefield episode because it is the most interesting parish this district has got, and you'll see why in 7 days time. Until then, I've been the Village Idiot, this has been the parish of Warmfield, Heath, and I'm out.